DREO sent out their 2-in-1 tower heater fan and told me to put it to the ultimate test. But I don't think this is what they had in mind when they wanted me to push this thing to its limits. In today's video, we're going to be testing out just that, so stay tuned. Fans, they're great. Space heaters, I like those too. But wait, a space heater's gonna burn your house down.
Want a piece of pie?
Well, this isn't the 1930s anymore, and space heaters are a lot safer than they used to be. Now, what if we could take a fan and a space heater and put those together into one unit? Well, DREO has done exactly that. They have a brand new tower fan that can act as a fan and also has a built-in space heater. So you can actually utilize this thing year round, and I gotta tell you, it is pretty amazing. And the safety features that they've built into this thing are actually mind-boggling, and that is something that we are going to be putting to the extreme test at the end of this video, so be sure you stay tuned for that. I also want to thank DREO for sending this device out and sponsoring today's video. And with that said, let's take a look at this device and see what it actually offers. So this is the DREO 2-in-1 tower fan and heater, or the MC706 for your reference. Essentially, this is a tower fan with a heater built inside of it. Now, if we take a look at the device, we have got a nice, easy carrying handle on the top. We have got super fast wind speed at 29.2 feet per second, which is the fastest on any DREO tower fan. This has 2 seconds of instant heat, powered by Hypermatic technology. It has a 120-degree ultra-wide customizable oscillation. We've got industry-leading auto shift PTC technology, 1500 watts of max power this thing uses. It claims to have effortless cleanup. It is 13.5 pounds, has a pretty awesome remote with all the functionalities that you would need on it, and has a great looking touch control LED display. Now, looking closer at the touch controls, we have got the one-touch heat and cool switch. So what you're going to do is push and hold on this for 3 seconds. You'll see a countdown timer on the front, and that's where it's going to switch from hot to cold. I like that you actually have to push and hold this down so you don't accidentally bump into it and change it from hot to cold. Now, as far as the fan goes, we have got 12 different speeds on the fan, maxing out at that 29.2 feet per second that I mentioned earlier. When we switch over to heat, it's got 5 different options, H1 all the way to H5, and that is going to be controlling heat all the way from 41 Fahrenheit up to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. You can set up to a 12-hour timer on this device, and it's got 6 different modes. 2 of them are going to be for heat and 4 for the fan. The heat are going to be power heat mode and also eco mode. On the fan side, we have got normal mode, natural mode, sleep mode, and auto mode. The cool thing about eco mode when the heater is on is it can save you up to 50% in your electricity cost, which to me is worth every penny that this thing cost. Pushing the oscillation button will give you different degrees of turn ratio for this thing. So we've got anything from 0 degrees, holding still. We've got 30 degrees, 60, 90, and 120 degrees. So whether you want this thing just focused on you or spreading across an entire room, those options are there for you and can also be controlled by the remote. All right, now before we put this thing to the ultimate test and really beat it up, let's talk about the 8 layers of protection that this thing offers. First off, we've got thermally insulated wiring inside. It is cool to the touch housing, so you're not going to burn yourself. It does have a child lock, so you don't have to worry about the kids going over there and messing with any of the settings. We have got overheat protection on this thing, so if it does get too hot internally, it will shut itself off. That's something we're going to be testing out. It is built out of VO flame retardant materials, so supposedly this thing isn't going to catch on fire. Also something we're going to test out. It is ELT listed. It has a patented Fort plug. It also has 45-degree tip protection. So if something like a kid or a pet knocks this thing over, theoretically it should turn it off, but we'll be testing that out also. So now that we've gone over all of the safety features with this device, let's go ahead and have a little fun with it. Hey, you girls want to help me test out the new safety features with that heater? All right. Okay, let's go. You turned it on?
No.
Oh, well, it's fine if you did.
I did. She's like, dun, 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 dun.
All right, looking at the safety features here, the first thing that I want to test out is it says that if it tips over 45 degrees, it will actually turn itself off. I figured you kids or the cats might bump into it, so that would be a good test. Let's see if it'll turn itself off if it tips over. All right, let's see what happens when a kid knocks it over. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. All right, good. P4 code. That's exactly what we're looking for, meaning that it has tipped over past the 45 degrees. If we stand it back up, what's gonna happen here? Oh, it turned itself off. So that is perfect. We'll go ahead, turn it back on to heat number 5. So if it is tipping over, it will give the P4 error code and turn itself off. Babe, do you see that? Oh, never mind. Okay, so the next thing that we want to test is if this thing gets wrapped up in a blanket or covered at all, will it automatically turn off like it should? I will be wrapping the heater. Emmy, you wrap your sister. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's wrap. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, we lost one. Let's check this guy out. So I don't know how long it's going to be before this thing actually realizes it's too hot. I just heard it. It's not making any noise now. And it's flashing. So we have a flashing sun at the top up here. It says heat. I heard it turn off for a second there.
It doesn't feel warm in there.
Does it feel warm anymore? Uh-oh. FF. I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming that's what we're waiting for. All right. So it did automatically turn off when it was wrapped up in something. All right, we are about to try the flame test. Supposedly this thing is made with material that will not burn, and I assume melts, but let's try it out. All right. I mean, like nothing's happening. If anything, I think I'm scraping it with this lighter, but as far as this thing catching on fire, nothing's happening. Okay, I got one more test. All right, let's take a look at what this thing looks like after being in direct fire. We do see that we do have, oh, but it comes right off. Wow, that, I gotta say, that is impressive. With this thing sitting in the fire, it didn't burn, melt at all. All the black that was on it is just soot that's on here. It all wiped right off. And we're good to go. That thing is pretty impressive. Having a 2-in-1 fan like this has been really nice to have around the house because we're getting into the fall season where we're having some hot days and some cold days. So to be able to have one device that I can use for any situation has been very helpful. If you guys want to know more about this device, be sure to check the links in the description. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. As always, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video.